Again. 5 things that you must have before you get into marriage. Most times, people feel that marriage is about, when they hear about wedding, they talk about the clothing, they talk about the ring, the suit, the gown, everything involving the wedding, the parties. That's what they look at as wedding. But they don't know that marriage is not just only a ceremony, but it's also a journey. Now, what is a journey? Marriage is a journey. If you are traveling, look at this bag. It's a bag. It's a journey. If you are going on a journey, you have to carry a bag. How do you go on a journey without going with a traveling bag? You have to carry a traveling bag when you are going on a journey. And in doing so, what do you do? If you are traveling out of the country, in this traveling bag, before you must go out with this traveling bag, you must carry what they call your passport. Your passport shows your identity, who you are. Who you are. Because when you get to the border or when you get to the airport, they must want to find out who exactly you are. Your passport tells us who you are. It tells us your originality. Where are you from? Tells us your name. Tells us who you really are. Tells us the country you are from. Tells us how old you are. So this is what identity is all about. So if you are going into a marriage and you don't have an identity, you don't know who exactly you are, the kind of person that you are built for, the type of things that you can tolerate as an individual. You just enter a marriage blindly, without your identity, without discovering who you are, the person that you are. Marriage will make you lose focus, make you forget yourself. Issues of life come in and you get derailed. You forget yourself, because in marriage, if you don't know when to control your anger, when to say no, there are times I have to let go of this thing. When there's issues in the home, there's some things you just overlook. No, I don't need to discuss this. Let me just let it lie. You get angry at every little thing because you have not discovered yourself. That is what identity happens when you are going on a journey. Marriage is a journey that does not come to an end. So, number one, as I said earlier on, your identity, knowing yourself. Secondly, what you need to know, what you need to have, is what they call awareness. Yes, water. Why I said that? Why I said water is because on a journey, when you are going on a journey, you have to do what? Carry water, because you are going to be thirsty. When you are thirsty in this journey of life, in this journey of marriage, you are thirsty. There's a time you need to do what? Take a chill pill and do what? Open and drink. Your drinking water is for you to calm down. It's for you to now say, I pause. In doing this, it makes you know that you're emotionally stable, that you know what you are doing when you are in marriage. Because there's a point. This water it fuels the emotional problem that comes with it. Because in marriage, when you encounter disappointment, when you encounter character that you never expected from your significant other, you'll not be wondering, isn't that this person that I married? Why is he behaving like that? But because you are intentional, because you know what you are, you know how to navigate challenges, you will now know what to do at that point in time. That is what this water means. That is what part of what you add in this traveling bag when you are traveling, because you don't go on a journey without carrying water, because you are going to be thirsty. So you need this water inside your journey as you are going into marriage. You have to have that. Now, thirdly, you have to consider your awareness as regards finances. What's your ideology about your money? It's not that you just want to do things anyhow. You have to know when to save, when to spend money, when to When to use money, you don't just use money anyhow. You don't have accountability. Okay, when you are paid your salary, how do you manage it? When you have money as your other partner, how do you proceed down to discuss money? How do you use money? Okay, because I have money, let me spend it. Let me spend this money. Let me spend all this money. No, these are the things you have to have in you. Being able to save, have the ability to know when to spend. No, have the ability to know. So, okay, this period we are going on vacation. This period we are spending it on children's school fees. Being able to know when to allocate money for a certain period of time. Now, another issue is boundaries. Being able to have boundaries. Now, you see this bag now, as it is like this. If the zip is bad, if you see, can you see this zip? You see that there's a zip. There's a zip here. If, for example, you are in a marriage without having boundaries and the zipper is not good and you are carrying this bag, please look at it. As I'm carrying this bag, what do you see? Everything is falling off. They're all falling down. Why are they falling off? Because there are no boundaries. So if you don't make your significant other know that you have boundaries, there are some things that you tolerate before the marriage. This is what happens. Everything falls off. Because there's no rules. There's no rules guiding your marriage. There's no rules guiding everything. You can take anything. He can behave to you anyhow. She can behave to you anyhow. You set your principles and they abide. They know, no, my wife does not take this. My wife is very strict. She does not want late night. She's allergic to late night. He knows that this is your principle. My wife does not like lies. He abides by it. You set your priorities, you set your principle right, and they will adhere with you. Just take an example. This is the zipper because there was no boundary. This zipper was nothing, and everything in this bag suddenly pours out. Now, fifth, another fifth thing is you not being able to forget your past. Forget your past. You are going into a marriage. Now, you are going into a marriage and you are going on a journey. Meanwhile, you have luggages that are already inside the bag. For example, things that you don't need. Tissue paper. Now, these things that are inside this bag, knife, all these things that are inside this bag, and you are going on a journey. Can you go on a journey with this? Can you go on a journey? Can you go on a journey? Yes, you can go on a journey with your glasses. But some people might decide, should I go with this or not? Or you leave it. But will you now start a journey by carrying tissue paper for a journey? Will you go on a journey with this? Will you go on a journey with containers like this? Are you going to go on a journey carrying knife on a journey? No. Or go on a journey with lemon. I think I have it here. You go on a journey with lemon. Open lemon. How? Even at the immigration, they will not allow you to pass with these two items. So that is how people enter marriages with burden from their ex. Oh, my ex was bad to me. You transfer the problem of the ex to your new partner that does not have any problem, that did not do you any harm. I'm going to show this man. Peter was bad to me. I'm going to deal with Peter. I'm going to deal with James. Now, James tells you, honey, I'm coming. Let me go and buy suya down the road. You say, yes, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's not going to buy. He's going to see somebody else. Because initially, Peter would tell her that he's going down the road to buy sweet. And you find Peter doing something else. So he now believes that that's the same thing that happens to John. So when you move, carrying these bad baggages into a new relationship, it affects the beauty of it. So thank you, everyone. Welcome to 101 with Lady V. Bye.